River Road, you got me running way back home. River Road, you got me running all night long. You got me singing some canal boat song. River Road, you got me running all night long.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to our Friday Parlay episode of Niner Nuts. We're actually doing it this week. I'm Indiana Dan, along with Mr. Jimmy B and Easy E. How are we doing, guys?
What's up, everybody? Let's win a parlay.
Woohoo! Get that money.
Yes. We discussed it off mic. We have it all set, and we have our wild card parlay set for the week. Again, apologies we couldn't wrap up the season with a big season finale parlay, but we'll make it up to you for this wild card one. Obviously, only a couple games. We're not picking all 6 of them. We're not setting ourselves up to fail with 6 because there's no way we're actually going to hit 6. But
there's probably no way we're going to hit 4, but what the hell?
Well, we adapted a little bit. We adapted a little bit. We don't just strictly do the money line anymore. We are open to others. So what we've done here, I don't mind carrying us through this one. I have all 4 of them up here. Let's just go ahead and start with our first one. Instead of the money line with the Rams and Lions, I'll take credit for spearheading us doing the over, because nothing the 2 gentlemen above me could convince me to do the money line on this game. I'm not comfortable enough picking either team, but I am very comfortable with going over. This game, I believe we're all in agreement that this game will be a shootout, and it should very easily go over 51.5 points. Both of these teams have very spotty secondaries. I won't say bad, but very spotty secondaries. And there's going to be a lot of emotions on the line with this between Stafford and Goff. I think this will very much be an over, and I think this is the right bet to make.
Excuse me. Yeah, I mean, over. Yeah, let's do it. Bad secondaries. You got, pretty good offenses in both offenses. The Lions are pretty decent with Amon St. Brown, Jahmyr Gibbs, Jared Goff. I don't know if Sam Laporta is going to play. I think they said knee bruise.
I don't think he's going to make it.
He has an outside chance, they said, of making the game. I heard that today. So he has an outside chance of playing. But still, this is a game where not the best defenses, and so each one could put up points, and 2 good quarterbacks going against each other. The storylines behind this, I mean, just make it for one of those, we're going to air it out. We're going to score a bunch of points for each team, 27, 25 or something like that. So the over seemed natural in this game.
Yeah, I agree with everything that you guys have said. I think both quarterbacks are going to be looking to put numbers on the board in their respective situations. I think Goff is going to be looking to show the Rams, hey, look what you guys threw away. You've got me on this side. I can throw the ball around just as good or not better than what you guys ever thought. Here I am throwing 3 touchdowns and 300 yards. And Stafford is going to want to come back to Detroit and say, hey, I know I asked out of here, but look, I still got it. I can still sling the ball around. And sorry to rip the heart out of Lions country, but here I am stealing it away again. So I think there's going to be a lot of passing the ball. I think both quarterbacks are going to be slinging it a bunch, and that's just going to lead to naturally high scores. And I think the over is a pretty solid hit on this one. So I'm I wouldn't say out of all the bets on this one, I feel the most confident about this one, but I think this one's a pretty sure hit.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. This was perfect for the Sunday night primetime game too. This is the one I'm personally most excited about too, out of all the 6 games. So yeah, we're taking the bet that this will be a pretty good shootout. The next game on the list, we are actually doing a spread. I don't remember last time we did a spread, but you guys convinced me. Well, James really spearheaded this one, doing the spread for the Cowboys at -7.5, hosting the Green Bay Packers. I'll open the floor to you, James, why we went with the spread versus just the money line on this one.
Well, the money line would have brought down our odds. Taking a spread was giving us better odds, but also, Dallas at home this season, as they're undefeated at home. I think other than the Lions game, They have covered the spread for all their games there. If not, they have covered a lot of them there. I mean, it's just a place where they just thrive. And the Packers, Jordan Love against Dan Quinn's defense, a young quarterback going against that defense. I just think the Cowboys will definitely win by 8 points or more. The Cowboys has just been tremendous at home this year, and so I mean we know they have been upset in the past, but I just don't think that's going to happen this year. Dak does look different. I mean, he's doing those 3-step drops and getting rid of the ball fast. He's just been much better at doing that and getting rid of the ball quickly, reading blitzes and getting them out. I hate to say it, but Dak has been better this season at doing that. The only way I see the Cowboys losing this, which could still possibly happen, is it being close and Mike McCarthy making a bad clock management decision.
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of the same things that you do in regards to this, James. I mean, agree. The odds just give us, or the spread gives us the better odds in this one. The money line was like 350 or something like that, so not really much benefit there. I think this game is going to go, one of two ways. Either the Packers are going to pull the crazy upset. It'll be a close game, and the Packers, kick a field goal or do something like that to win the game in the end and upset the Cowboys, or the Cowboys just blow them out. Like you said, they've been stomping people at home all season long. That's kind of been their thing. Any team that's come in there that's been, we'll say, inferior, if you will. I'm making air quotes with the wrong hand. Inferior, if you will. They've really pounded into the turf in Cowboys Stadium this season, much to my chagrin. So I think this game lends pretty heartily to being a blowout, which is why I think taking the spread in here is pretty good. Like I said, the only way that I would see this not covering is if for some reason the Packers completed the upset. I don't see a world in which the Cowboys win but don't cover.
I couldn't agree more. These guys are not the Lions. This game is definitely not going to be decided by less than 7 points. It's Dak Prescott going against a Joe Barry defense. He should pick him apart. Like, yeah, Joe's gotten a little better, but no. Packers fans have been calling for this guy's head for 2 years, and a quarterback as good as Dak Prescott is playing should pick apart this defense. Is it going to be a 30-point blowout? I'm not going to go that far. I don't think Green Bay is going to destroy. I don't think Dallas is going to destroy Green Bay by any means, but no, it will be a very solid, very comfortable Dallas in control the whole time. Maybe the lead peaks at 21, but no, 7. It's not. That is very reasonable to expect 7.5 points. I'm surprised the spread's not higher personally. So, but yeah, no, it'll be a very easy win for Dallas. I don't know. I'd be shocked if the spread wasn't covered personally. But anyway, on to our third game. We are doing money lines for both of these. The first one, though, is much to the chagrin of James. We are going to take Tampa Bay as the home team over the Eagles, who are underdogs for God knows why. We talked a little bit about it on Wednesday's episode. We don't really know why they're home underdogs, so we're taking advantage of it, threw money on it now before it flipped. And yeah, I don't know. We've already talked a lot about this game, but just to, I guess, reiterate, the Eagles are in free fall. James, you can attest to that more than any of us. Tampa's not perfect by any means either, but I think Tampa's going to be fired up. They made it to the playoffs. The Eagles, they could pounce on them while they're down. The record they had for the last 6 games was what, like 1-5? Like, I don't know. My personal gut doesn't feel good about the Eagles going into this game. Not that Tampa's going to have a real shot at the Super Bowl, but they should get this sweet victory that they can carry into divisional weekend before the next opponent blows them out. James, what do you think about this?
Well, I mean, I said it on Wednesday's show. Put all your money on Tampa this week. I mean, really, like Dan said, like I said on Wednesday, this Eagles team has shown really, no heart, no nothing. They just show they can't play well. a lot of people look at that Giants score and say, well, Jalen was injured, AJ got injured, but still, like a lot of that game, like they did not look like they had any life. They did not look like a team that was 10-1 earlier in the season. And it's the Giants. The Giants aren't that good. And so the fact that the Eagles were favorites in this Bucks game, it's an easy bet for me because I just don't see the Eagles doing it. And if they do, I'll be happy. But it's still not. It'll be an ugly win. But I have been preaching to these guys the whole way. When it came to the Giants game, it came to the Cardinals game. I said both of them take the points on the Giants, take the points on the Cardinals, and both those bets came true just because of how bad this team is playing and how, like Dan said, they're in a free fall. There are rumors going around that they might fire Nick Sirianni after an 11-6 season just because of the way all the talent that this team has and how it's been playing lately. So, yeah, everybody should take Tampa money line or at least take the points too, because I just think even if Philly does win it, they're going to eat by, and they're not going to do it's not going to be a fun game to watch for me, and I really don't look forward to staying up till 11:30 at night to watch the Eagles lose.
I think there's always going to be a couple of upsets on NFL Wildcard Weekend. I think traditionally we've always seen that. It never really goes chalk. And if you're looking at a game to me that can be an upset, and really, we're going to discuss it with the next game too. We've kind of picked the 2 4-5 matchups and taken the team that's either the underdog or not the higher seed in both of those matchups. So we're kind of picking up sets in both of those areas. But I think these are the two games where you could really see something flip and happen in those games. Like you've said, James, the Eagles have not been good for the last however many weeks now. They've got a bunch of injuries. I'm just not sure that even though they still have some star power and the Bucks haven't really been great, I just don't think that they can overcome what Tampa Bay is going to be able to do. They're going to be playing in Tampa. I think, people crap on Baker a lot, but Baker's going to be fired up for this game. If people buy into him, he can really be a leader out there. He can really rally guys and kind of motivate guys. Evans and Godwin are good receivers. So I think they can really take advantage of that banged up Eagles secondary. And I think this is a solid pick and ripe for an upset. So, it's not even really that much of an upset to me, but, technically based on the books, it is. So I think this is, I would love to be sitting at home, Monday night, getting ready to settle in and watch this game and be the last one that we need to hit our card. So I would feel very good about that position.
Well, let's remember too that we're going to be, we set ourselves up to be taping our reaction to Wildcard Weekend. Like, we're set ourselves up to be taping in the middle of that. So we might find out if our parlay hit. Oh no, we're not gonna. No, we're not gonna. Never mind. I retract that because I'm not going to be taping at 11:30 at night.
We could do that just for a fun reaction show.
I will only be taping at 11 o'clock if for some reason, the Super Bowl's in Central, or no, I will tape at 11 o'clock to cry on air if we win the Super Bowl. I'll do that.
Yeah, I'm down with you on that.
But anyway, to segue into, you already mentioned it a little bit, the Cleveland Browns game. This is our last one. Just a simple little parlay, like I said. The Cleveland Browns are at Houston Texans. These are the two front runners for Coach of the Year in Kevin Stefanski and DeMeco Ryans. Joe Flacco, the old veteran that we thought was 1 foot out the door retirement, playing like he's as young as the superstar CJ Stroud. This is really a fascinating matchup, honestly. This one to me could go one way or the other. Like, yeah, I understand. You made a good point for the Eagles and the Bucks being kind of a trap game, but no, this one, I don't know. This one's the one that makes me the most nervous. But I do think the Browns are going to end up winning because the Texans are very, 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 very shorthanded on weapons. Only Nico Collins is a worthwhile receiver on that roster since the other rookie, Tank Dell, got taken down. And just Joe Flacco's on a roll, man. There's no easier way to put it. Joe Flacco's on a roll, and their defense is stout. It's a better defense than the Texans, even though, as James has pointed out in other parlay episodes, the Texans are very good at home on defense. This is going to be a slugfest, but I think Cleveland is going to come out on top of it. At least that's my 2 cents on the game. What are you guys' takes on this?
Well, I mean, I would really like Cleveland to win, just from a historic standpoint. I think the Texans, they're a good team. They're a good team to root for. CJ Stroud looks great. D'Amico Ryans in his first year as head coach, turning the team around with a rookie quarterback. Excuse me, has only, I believe, happened one other time where a rookie coach and a rookie quarterback actually made the playoffs. So it's a good story. I think they have a lot to build on, but the Browns, that defense is really, really good. And like you said, Dan, they, the Texans have very few weapons, and Joe Flacco, he's crafty on the road, man, in the playoffs. So I think, yeah, I can get on board with Cleveland winning this game, and I would really love Cleveland to win this game because just for their fan base and how long they've suffered without a championship. So.
Yeah, well, I'm still a believer that defense wins championships, and right now Cleveland has one of the best defenses in football. So I think they've got it all in front of them. Flacco has brought some needed pizzazz to their offense that they didn't have earlier in the season, and really helped balance that team out. And I think it's going to make a big difference. I think CJ Stroud is going to see some things in this game that are going to throw him off. I think Jim Schwartz is going to really do some stuff that's going to disguise coverages and make things really difficult for him. He's just a rookie. So I think he's going to see a lot of stuff that's going to be really hard for him to dissect and bring together. And I think ultimately Cleveland's going to pull away from this game. I think you said it best, Dan. I think it's going to be a bit of a slugfest. I think it's going to be a really intriguing game to watch because it's going to be a real battle throughout the entire time. But I think ultimately Cleveland's defense is just going to cause a lot of good things to happen for them. And I think they're going to come away with the victory and set up a big, very likely, barring some other sort of upsets, a Cleveland Ravens matchup in that second round, which I'm sure everybody would like to see.
Oh, dude, that would easily, well, not my favorite. That would not be the game I'm most excited for. I'm obviously going to be excited for our game the most, whoever we end up playing. But on the AFC side, for sure. Oh man, I would love that so much. A Browns rematch in Baltimore, and then but like thinking about like this game, no, it's Jim Schwartz going against a rookie quarterback. Like that's a super tall task for a rookie. The only other defensive coordinator right now that would be a harder task, maybe Todd Bowles or Bill Belichick, because Bill Belichick I think is undefeated against rookie quarterbacks, or maybe one loss.
Yeah, I can say he has one loss. There was some rookie that beat him not too long ago, but otherwise, I mean, those guys like eat rookies alive. So I mean, I think it's just going to be a real challenge for them, and it's one of the games. I'm so glad that the game is like starting off Wildcard Weekend because I'm really looking forward to it. I'm going to be really salty if Texas win that game though and just crush our card right off the beginning though.
I will be too. I am going to be out of town. I am going to try my darndest to watch that whole game. I do have something I'm doing that morning though, but yeah, no, well, I'm super excited for that.
If you have Peacock, you'll be able to watch it on your Peacock app, I think.
Oh, dude, that's right. Yeah, I don't have to try to sneak listening to Sirius on my in my ear. I can. Yeah, no, that's right. I do have Peacock. I am a proud day one user of Peacock. I remember when it was free. I went ahead and just jumped to the paid, and I was, not that anybody listened or cared. I'm a streaming nerd. I said just give it a little, maybe a year or so. Peacock will come. Peacock's came. Like it's an awesome app for sports fans, movie fans. Free plug, non affiliate. I'm just a fan of Peacock.
They got wrestling
well, I
on there
guess
too, man, which is a huge draw for a lot of people too.
oh, they got Hallmark. They're the home of Hallmark. They have a crap load of sports, movies for me. Like I love that they have a pack with Universal. Anyway, I'm digressing. And James James is out for just a split second. I just checked on my phone. So I think with that, that's all we got for our little parlay. I'll just pop it up one more time. It's only a $200 payout, but you know what? I mean, this is going to be
It'd
a
be
very,
nice
very
if we
fun
just
weekend.
hit for once.
Yeah, dude, right? Well, hopefully James can hear me give a shout out to our sponsors at royalretro.com. What is royalretros.com? It is your go-to place to get an authentic throwback jersey, not just football. They got basketball, soccer, baseball. They cover all the sports, including football. So I was trying to say, when you get to the third episode, the ad read is a little hard. But for football fans, 49ers fans specifically, go check out their Candlestick collection. They got a lot of cool curated things that are 49ers and baseball Giants themed. So when you find something cool that you like, throw it in your cart. And when you go to checkout, use promo code Shady Sports to get 10% off of your entire order. Again, it is promo code Shady Sports when you check out to get 10% off of your entire order at royalretros.com. Royal Retros, go get yourself an authentic throwback jersey today. And with James still out of the room, I will go ahead and do him a favor and let you all know about our charity. It was inspired by when Daniel Snyder was having his issues, let's say, to really oversimplify it, and ended up not being the owner of the Commanders anymore. There was his issues. You could look at Tepper's issues. You can look at our own de facto owner. He's not technically the owner, but Jed York, he has his own little lawsuit that he's dealing with. We've just noticed a trend of a lack of accountability when it comes to owners. And luckily Tepper got fined, so maybe we're heading in that right direction. But the fact that an owner can get away with so much stuff versus a player that gets fined, gets suspended instantly, there seems to be an imbalance of accountability when it comes to owners versus players. So that inspired us to start a hashtag, owner standards over player standards, hashtag owner accountability. You see below me, that is a hashtag that we have started to raise awareness that owners need to be held to the same standards as a player. And in addition to that, we have put our money where our mouth is and created T-shirts that we are selling on our Bonfire website. James, now that you're back, I'll pull the shirts up if you want to talk about the shirts. Don't want to step on your feet entirely.
So these are the statement that we are making. Owner standards are less than player standards. Hashtag owner accountability. We can get this. You can get this in different colors, different sizes. $22.99 gets you that in a T-shirt. All the proceeds go to charity and to a Kentucky Crisis Center. Next up, we have our owner standoff shirt. This is the one that we had for the Dan Snyder campaign. Well, we brought it back for this campaign. $22.99 gets you that in a T-shirt, or you can get different styles and different sizes as well. This is our podcast logo art. Anywhere you see our profile, whether online, Twitter, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, you'll find this in the profile picture. $22.99 gets you that in a T-shirt, or different sizes and different styles as well. This is our alternate logo shirt. I have this shirt, very nice quality. $22.99 gets you that in a T-shirt, different colors, different styles as well. And finally, how can you say no to our mascot, a peanut eating peanut while cheering on his San Francisco 49ers on the couch? $22.99 gets you that in a T-shirt, or we have different styles and different sizes. Like Dan said, you can go to the show description in the notes and click on the link to buy one of these T-shirts, or you can just Google bonfire.com Niner Nuts Apparel. It's the first thing that comes up. Donate to a Kentucky Crisis Center today.
Yeah, we don't want any proceed money from these shirts. We just want you to have a cool shirt while helping out a family in need. We have taped all these episodes on Black Monday, but as I said earlier in the week with the other episodes, I don't really care. The coaches that really needed to get fired got fired already, and the coaches that got fired today It's more surprising the guys that didn't get fired. So, but that being my only 2 cents on that, what I did want to do though, since we didn't tape last Friday's episode, we didn't get a chance to shout out the 9 players who are named starters for the Pro Bowl. I'm not going to list all the 12 alternates, but the 9 starters that led the league. We had the most representatives at the Pro Bowl games: Brock Purdy, Christian McCaffrey, Kyle Juszczyk, George Kittle, Trent Williams, Nick Bosa, Fred Warner, and Tarvarius Mooney Ward. You guys have all just kicked ass. You guys have set the standard in the league. You've set a standard in the league as like, I don't know. We've sang your praises all year. It's I don't know. There's not much else to add other than congratulations. Every single one of these guys deserved it. I think Brandon should have gotten in there too, but I get it. The NFC wide receiver room was a little full, and I'm apparently the only person that cares about the Pro Bowl. So, but I wanted to just shout those guys out since we didn't get the opportunity last week. So I guess with that, I mean, anything else, guys, you want to add real quick?
No, I'm good. Just looking forward to the games this weekend. Hopefully our card hits and we make a little bit of money.
I would like that in an Eagles loss, just to make it go down a little bit better.
Yeah, you'd feel a little bit better if you got like, what would that be? It would be like you like set $60-ish out of that whole thing. You'd feel a little bit better about an Eagles loss.
Yeah, I would. So
yeah.
That being said, guys, outro music, River Road, Justin Youth.
Enjoy Wildcard Weekend, guys. We'll see you next week.
River Road, you got me running way back home. River Road, you got me running all night long. You got me singing some canal boat song. River Road, you got me running all night long. River Road, where have all the women gone? Have they kissed her hand and waved you bye-bye? Have they thought about crossing your double yellow lines? River Road, they love the way you whine and cry.